Hey friends, as you can tell by the title, we are going to talk about my new camera. You guys have heard the story about what happened to my other camera, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit, yeah, in just a jiff. So stay tuned because here we go. Okay, let's get started. I can't wait to show you this. Um, I'm keeping it in this right now. This says Love Raised Me, Lipstick Saved Me. And it's kind of thick, but it's okay because I have it pretty well sheltered that, it's not going to scratch anything. So I just have it in this, but now I did order, I'm sorry, my lash feels funky. I did order, actually off of Temu. It's just a little black case, a little bit smaller than this one, just a little black case to slide it in. But I love this one, and my sweet subby / friend sent this to me. Love Raised Me, Lipstick Saved Me. And then here's it's got little, I don't know if that was already on there. Oh, it says happy birthday, and then it has a little guitar because it was my birthday when she sent it to me. Okay, so thank you for that. Okay, let's get on to the camera. This camera, I'm going to put it up right here. The cage, we're just going to cover the cage real fast because I told you I had it in this. It does come or not come, you can buy extra unless you buy the whole kit. Now when you buy the whole kit, you'll get a cover for a cage, but you have to buy the cage separately, and I'm going to put it up here. That's what I'm talking about. This just slides down in it. It's plastic, so in my mind it would be a little bit heavy. Not a lot of YouTubers are using the cage, so, and I think I don't want it, but I'm just going to have a little something slide it in when I'm not using it. Okay, now then, you can get these on Amazon. You can get them on Canon. This is a Canon Powershot V10. Now, I do have a Canon Powershot, but it doesn't have a flip top on it. It's in the back, in the back of the screen is in the back and you can't flip it up. And I don't like that because when I'm talking, I can't see if there's a booger on my nose. Well, you know what I mean. So anyway, I have vlogged with it before. When I first got it, I vlogged with it, but it's just kind of inconvenient because I can't see me. Now, when you turn it around, it's a great camera, makes great pictures, all of that. But when I'm vlogging and I want to see me, I can't see, I can't see what's going on here. And I need to. I'm not vain. I'm just, you just got to make sure everything's in place. So anyway, I quit using it and I use my phone. Now, when I say I use my phone, I'm not using my main phone. This is my main phone that, it's got service and all that stuff. I'm using the phone before this. And it has actually a better camera than this one. So I use this one for back here, it's just simple. Now this has a wide lens. So if I'm going to be back here, and you've seen it because I've told you I was vlogging on it at one point, it shows kind of the top up there, and it's just a lot wider. And really, if I'm back here, I don't want a wide lens. I just want you to see what I want you to see, which would be me. And maybe a little bit of oomph or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want it up high where you can see above the curtain and all of that. So this I did not buy to vlog back here, okay? I got this to vlog out there when I'm out and about, when I'm shopping, whatever I'm doing. That's why I bought this camera, okay? Now, let's start talking about this. Well, first let me mention the camera I had before this, the one that fidget, the $400 something camera that fidget knocked in the trash can. It was the DJI Pocket 2, and I bought the Creator Combo. I got this off of QVC, and as you can see, you see the little tiny little bit. You cannot hardly see anything with that. I mean, it's like, what? But, I mean, you can see, but, it's just a small frame. Whereas this one is a little bit bigger. At least it's bigger that I can see it. This one was really tiny, and, when you're old and, you're decrepit and you can't see, then it's kind of hard. But nevertheless, this camera is really, if you're interested in this camera, let me just say, it's a good camera. And it does make good pictures. I mean, and it does make good videos. It's very tedious. It's very fragile. Okay? Very. Because, you know, you got the gimbal up here. And this gimbal, there's a button you can push and it'll flip, you know, both ways, which is good because this one I manually have to put up and down. That's good. But the settings on it were very complicated. To me, they were. And it would seem, even with the settings, I would have trouble. It was like the settings would want to go back some, you know, the lighting. I had trouble with the lighting. And even Daniel said, you have griped about that camera ever since you got it. And considering what I paid for it. But anyway, it did make good videos out and about. And you could just hold it like right here, you know, it's just a little skinny. You could hold it by your hand. The only thing was sitting it down. It came with a little bitty stand that you could sit it, screw it on, and then set it. But this stand was wonky. You know, it was up and down. I hated it. But so in order to set it down on a table, like in a restaurant, I'd have to put it on a tripod, and that's what I was trying to avoid to start with. So anyway, and y'all know the story, my cat Fidget, I still have the case. This has to be, if you're interested in this one, let me just tell you, this you can't just flop in your purse, okay? Because that gimbal, you'll break it. Again, this is very fragile. So you have to put it in the little case that it comes in and then put it in your purse, okay? And be very careful with it. You just have to be very careful with this. You just do. And, but if you're interested, it's a great little tiny camera. For the money, I just didn't like all the fuss, okay? I didn't like all the fuss with it. So, there's that. Now, let's get back to this one. After Fidget knocked this camera in the trash can, and it was gone forever, Daniel said, well, maybe you just need to wait a while, because again, this cost me over $400, okay? So, Daniel said, maybe you just need... Sorry. Daniel said, maybe you just need to wait a while. See what you want, because he said, you griped about this one. You said this one was so tedious and so complicated and so fragile and so blah, blah. And even the screen was hard to see, you know, because it was so little. He said, just wait, look around until you find something that you just really think you want. And I said, you know, I am. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use my phone for vlogging, whatever. And that's why I haven't vlogged a whole lot. Now, I have vlogged with my camera in Walmart or wherever, you know, I do. No shame in my game. But I don't do, kind of like with the pharmacy, you know, when I did the pharmacy, I had this camera and it was easy to just slide it in between. She had her screen, her computer screen. And then there was the, you know, that thing that you swipe your debit card on to pay, and I just slid it between there, and nobody's seen it but me, okay? And it was video, you know, to video, and it's very easy because in the back right here, when you learn your camera, you'll know to turn it on and off is on the right. If it's facing you, it's on the right, and you just turn it on, and then you can just slide it back and then hit your record button when you're ready. Now, first off, let me go back to the first. I'm getting ahead of myself. I got my camera from eBay, okay, because these were $360 something on Amazon. Now, you can get refurbished on Amazon as well, okay? Refurbished, you're just going to get the camera. These were, I think, $369, something like that. Now, if you want the whole kit, this and everything that goes with it, because you can get the little wind breakers, you know, the little fuzzy things. I've got one that I still have that came with my DJI Pocket 2 camera. But you can get all kinds of extras. And if you get the whole kit, you'll get all the extras. Even, I think, the cage. You'll get the cage. But I didn't, you know, that was for, it probably would have come almost to $500 by the time you got everything. And I done spent my waller in that other camera, in this camera. So it was, Marsha gotta be cheap this time, because Daniel is just gonna be like, he probably wouldn't, but you know. So anyway, I thought, okay, I'm going to go to eBay, and they do have a bunch of these on eBay. Make no mistake about it. They do have a bunch of these on eBay, but I did get out pretty, I think I got out pretty lucky, because this one on eBay was $275.44. Okay, as is. There's no scratches on it. It's like brand new. So I don't know what the as is means. Well, I didn't get a charger with it to plug it in. We're going to get into that in a minute, but I didn't get a charger with it, but it's not like I have a ton. I don't have a ton at home because I do. It was $275.44, and then it was total I paid $296.79. So I paid almost $296.79. I paid almost $300 for this camera. Well worth it. So anyway, and it got here within, I think, 3 weeks. 3 weeks I got it. So let's go through this camera. I got lucky with this camera because this was already on it. This is to protect your, there you go. This protects your lens. This was already on it. Makes me happy. I don't have to buy one of those that just suction on there, because you have to buy that, that's separate too, unless, again, you buy the whole kit. If you buy the whole kit, then you don't have to worry about any of it. But this was already on there. So really, I got lucky. For the price I paid, I got lucky. And that protects my lens, okay? And here we go. What you do is you raise this up. It comes with I call it a kickstand. It's not necessarily a kickstand, okay? It's a stand. And it folds out like this. And it just sits like this. Now, if you're going to video that way, then I would put the camera down. And let me turn it on, and I will show you. Oh, might help if I open it. Okay, here we go. Do you see this? Okay, there we go. That's a pretty picture, even with the sun shining in through the... Okay, if I was going to video that way, I would turn it this way. Now, if I want to video myself, suddenly, once you flip the camera, it's automatically on you. So, that's easy. You see, I'm using my phone right now. And again, it has a stand, kickstand, and I like it because I can move it back to lean it up. Like if I'm in a restaurant and I can show my food or whatever, and then I can lean it up like this, and it'll be on my face. I love this camera. And then you can also bring this camera down to grab a hold of it. Like if I want to vlog like this. I can, and this is what I did when I was in Walmart. I just grabbed a hold of this, and I could always turn it off, because I know it's right there on the right. It does come with, it's got your info and how to set it. It's got your menu, or this ain't your menu. This is to watch the videos that that you've already done on the camera, and to transfer them. What I have always done with my cameras or even my phone, I transfer after I get the videos done. And I find the thumbnail that I want, and I take it, fix it, because I have an editing app on my phone, and get that all fixed. Then I transfer it from the phone to my computer, okay? Because I also have an editing app on my computer for my videos. So that's what I do. And this is the same way. It has a plug-in. I have a plug-in. Didn't come with one, but I have one. You just plug it in, and it automatically comes up on my computer as Canon V10, and then ask what you want to do, and I transfer it. Oh, simple Simon. Okay, now let's talk about, this camera is so clear, and I mean it's just the bomb.com. Let me turn this off because I don't waste my battery. Now, and it just folds right down. Now you can't, if you want to get that stand back up, you're going to have to pull this out and then put the stand in and then fold this down. Okay. But that stand, I usually keep it out because if I'm walking around with this camera, most people don't even see the camera in my hand. If I'm vlogging this way, people most of the time don't even see what it is. It's so small, and that's what I like about it. And let me show you it. Here's my hand. Let's see if I can do this. Here's my hand. Here's the camera. It fits right in my hand. I was gonna say my palm, but there's a little bit up there, but you see, so small, so tiny, so, and the thing about this is setting on your settings. Now these were already set because again, I bought this used. The settings were already set and they were set perfectly. But as I watched the girl on a YouTube, do the setting. It's simple. It is so very simple. It's not funny. It also has screen touch. You can, instead of using down here, you can also touch the screen with it. But it's small, it's compact. Let me shut that. It's small, it's compact, it's so easy. And when I was watching, well, actually when Daniel said, well, just forget it for a while, because he knew I was going to be spending some major money. And, but I had let it go. I thought, you know what? I'm going to let it go for a while. I'm going to wait a couple of months, at least a couple of months. Because now you guys know I'm not just a hauler. I'm a vlogger. Mainly I'm a vlogger. Okay. When I first started this channel, all I did was purses, because all I did was buy purses, which there's nothing new about that now. Okay. I still buy purses, but every time I'd get a new purse, I would show you my new purse. Look what I got. Show you the inside out. And I didn't vlog I didn't do videos all the time, just when I bought new purses, which that was the majority of the time. Anyway, and then I switched it because some of the subbies that was watching me back then said to me, can you vlog? Can you do vlogs like when you're out and about? Can you do those? And I thought, you know what? That would help, because at the time I wasn't working on my channel. I wasn't doing anything to help my channel. I just would show you a new purse when I got one. So I said, yeah, sure, I could do that. So I started using my phone, and then I bought the Canon Powershot, the little Canon Powershot, and started vlogging with it. Then got aggravated because I couldn't see myself. And I think one time I had mascara smudged here, and I did the whole video because I couldn't see myself. So I went back to my phone, but I started vlogging, and I did start getting some more subbies because they were interested in vlogs. I mean, vlogs is a very popular part of YouTube. Very popular. I'm not saying it's the only thing, because it's not. I mean, hauls right now are hot. We all know that. Hauls are hot. And that's why I haul. I don't buy just a haul, but when I buy, that's why I haul. But I also love to vlog. I like to show you guys where I'm going, what I'm doing. That's why I show you. And this camera was perfect. Perfect for when I was at the pharmacy. I loved it because I just pulled that little stand up, pulled this little thing back, turned it on, and just slid it right in between their equipment. Nobody saw it. It was just videoing me. And when I got done, I didn't even turn it off. I just grabbed it and put it up to me and walked away. And, I'm sure by now people around here are familiar with YouTube and vloggers. And if they're not, they'll learn. Okay, so there's that. So anyway, this is so simple if you're out and about in your vlogging, or if you're thinking about vlogging. It's simple to set. It's not tedious. It's not fragile. I mean, it's okay. Back here, I ordered this from Amazon as well, and I think I even hauled it. This is the tempered 9H tempered glass camera LCD screen protector, and it also has cleaners in there. But I bought these, and I put it on my screen. You can probably see it as it goes around like that. It's on my screen. So if that gets scratched, it's no big deal. I can always take it off, put another one on there. This is protected right here because I got this little thingy-majiggy. Thank you, whoever had this camera, let me have that. It just pops on. So basically, I was ready to go when I got the camera, because again, they already had my settings, and I was worried. When I first seen it was set, I was like, but it was perfect. The settings are perfect. I don't want to change anything about this camera. Now, as I was telling you, I was watching, well, I forgot it for a couple of months about buying another camera. I was just like, Daniel's right. I had spent so much money on that stupid camera, and I was just careless about it because, here's my couch, here's my end table, and here's the trash can, okay? And I had it right laying on the edge of the coffee table, and Fidget, knowing she has a habit of wherever she's sitting on that coffee table, will take it and just scoot it off, just because, I don't know, it's just the cat in her, okay? And she shoved it off into the trash can. So anyway, I thought, as much money as I paid for that thing, they may even be down in price now, because I didn't even bother looking. Because again, I did not want another one like this, because it was just, again, tedious and fragile. And I wanted something that was more sturdy, something more I could just Slam, bam, and go. And when I say slam, bam, I don't mean slam and bam. I just mean nothing I have to worry about consciously. The camera, I can just fold it up and I can just put it in my purse. I will be putting it in my purse, but oops, I turned it on. See, that's what I mean. It's you can touch the screen and it'll. Okay, no, I touched the. Anyway, and go. But I was watching. Well, I wasn't watching about cameras. I was watching something in the DJI, not the DJI Pocket 2. That's not what this one is. But the Osmo Pocket 3 came up on screen. And it is the next step up from this one, because as you see, this one is just built in. The Osmo Pocket 3, this you can turn. Like, you can turn it long ways, like, look at me like that. Or you can turn it back, you know, you can vertical or horizontal. Either way, you can turn it. This one you can't. Of course, this one you could do this way, and it, yeah. So anyway, I seen it and I was like, and I like looking at cameras, so I thought I'm just gonna watch this for the heck of it. I didn't want to buy another camera like this, and I did not want the Osmo Pocket 3. I just wanted. She said she was showing this one, but she said she had different cameras, and I thought, well, let's just look and see what she has. So she had the Sony, the number one. I think the number one vlogging camera for YouTubers is the Sony V something. Sony V1, Sony something. If I can find it, I'll put it up here to show you what it looks like. Okay, that is the number one vlogging camera of all the YouTubers. And she was showing it. And she said she really liked it. I mean, you know, it made good vlogs. It had good picture, blah, blah, blah. But the main thing she didn't like was when you hold the camera and the flip screen, instead of flipping up on top, it flipped out. So you were holding the camera and your screen's out here. And she didn't like that. And I had watched, after her, a bunch of YouTubers talking about that. The main thing they did not like about the Sony V1 was that the camera, the screen flipped out instead of on top. And then you're kind of looking, you know, you have to hold your camera and, yeah. So I thought, well, you know, that's out. Because I was looking at the Sony V1 and very, very, very closely. And matter of fact, I think I even had it in my cart. And when she said that, I was like, no. And that one was expensive as well. So I thought, okay, I don't want the flip out screen, because it just makes it bigger, you know, and that was defeating my purpose. Even when I bought this one was small. You can carry it around. Nobody can see it, you know. So for the shy vloggers, so I said, okay, I don't want that one. And then of course she showed this one and I was like, okay, you know, been there, done that. Don't want the t-shirt back. Thank you, Fidget. But, so I thought, no, I don't want that one. Which again, hers was the, mine's the DJI Pocket 2. Hers was the Osmo Pocket 3. It was the updated version. Very nice cameras, but very, very fragile. Okay, so I didn't want that. And then she pulled this camera out. She's like, okay, but then I just bought this one. And she pulled this camera out. And I'm like, what? I had never seen this camera before. I had never seen a YouTuber have it. I've never seen it advertised. Nothing. And she held it up like, you know, she's like, okay, here's the palm of my hand, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, tell me more. And so as she went through the camera, talking about the camera, she liked everything about the camera. It was easy to adjust. It was easy to set. It's easy to pull out. It's easy, especially if you're a vlogger and you like vlogging when you're out to eat with your friends or whatever. You can set it on the table. It has its own little stand. Nobody can really even notice it. It's not, you know. And I was already sold at that point. And it was, she was telling the price. It was cheaper than the Osmo Pocket 3, or even the Osmo Pocket 2. But anyway, unless you buy all the, yeah. So I was like, wow, I think I like that camera. And now the only drawback, and after her, I did watch tons and tons and tons and tons. This time, I think I've watched every video on this camera there is to watch, because I wanted to make sure this time, spending the money, I wanted to make sure this was the camera for me. This was the one I want. This, you know, this was going to be my final camera, okay? So anyway, so I watched tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of videos. And most of the videos, the only drawback they did not like about this camera was this camera does not have a battery. As far as like this one and my Canon, if you run out of battery, you just take the battery out and put another battery in it, or you recharge it. You recharge the battery. Did this one even have a battery in it? I think it did. Okay. Anyway, we're not talking about that camera. Is you had to recharge it. And when I say recharge it, it's not like I'm talking on it or I'm out vlogging and I'm like, oh, my camera's about to die. Let me exchange the batteries in it. Like take a battery out and put battery back in. This camera is not like that. This camera, you have to charge. Once it runs down, you have to charge it. Okay. You have to charge it or it'll just die on you. Now, I think someone said it takes like 30 minutes to an hour. 30 minutes, I think is what they said, to recharge this camera. So if you're out in the middle of a vlog, you're kind of going to be up the creek without a paddle if you let that thing go down. But the second girl I was watching on this, she, of course, and I talked about this before, she had the battery pack, which the battery pack just shoves right into the side here, and you can continue vlogging, and of course, as it's shoved in, so you're not even going to notice. I mean, it's not like, and it charges. Keep this charged, keep it in your purse, which I do, and charge it while you're vlogging. And I have two. I have that big black one, and again, I hauled I think it's in my car bag. I hauled the other one, the other little charger. That's the same thing that charges, you just plug it in. So that was the only drawback. Everybody said they did not know why Canon did not go ahead and install battery in this so you can take the battery out, install a new one and continue on vlogging. But you can vlog with that battery pack on there. You can still vlog. So same thing, same kind of thing. So no big deal. Just make sure you buy a battery pack to go with the camera if you're after this camera. So anyway, that was the only drawback I had noticed from everybody. And I watched videos with the girls, the women, the girls that have this, and I watched the videos with the men that had this. Now there's some men that said they didn't like it. They want to stick with their Osmo Pocket 3. Okay, I understand that, but they were more videographers, photographers, and they didn't mind all the tedious stuff because they were all, my little brain don't go that far. Okay, I wanted something simple, easy to store, easy to put in my purse. And once again, I'm going to show it to you. It looks like this, and it looks like this. And if I can hold it right here and vlog. If I'm walking, whatever, I can vlog. And to store it, you just put your stand, I call it kickstand, put your stand down, put your thing down, and then just put it in your purse. Or again, I like to put it in a little something. And right now, I'm storing it in this. I do have a little black one that I found, a little black pouch that I found that matches the camera on Temu. So that will be coming. But there is information on my camera. I'll leave the links to the Amazon V10s below. Again, they are some there's a bunch. On eBay, you can get cheaper. And again, I lucked out on this one. I really did. God was on my side on this one. And you can get cheaper. But just go, you can get the names of it and whatever and look on Amazon. And if you want a price check, like I did, go to Canon, see what they got. And Canon has refurbished as well, because I did watch several videos that said they got theirs refurbished from Canon and it was cheaper. So go to Canon. If you're interested in this camera, go to Canon, check it out. Go to Amazon, check it out. Go to eBay, check it out, and just see for yourself if, and watch a lot of videos. That's what I did. I watched a lot of videos before I decided on this camera. And again, Daniel's like, are you sure? And I said, I'm sure this time. And this is simple, Simon, easy to use, easy to crank out, easy to set. I wanted it smaller so I could set it on tables, you know, like when we were in Brahms Eating, I just kind of set it back on the table and did my video. You know, it's easy to video when you're out and about. For the shy vloggers, it's very easy. Just set it on the table. I know there's a vlogger that I watch. It's Danielle Carolyn. She's a younger girl and she lives in New York City. And I think hers is a Sony. If I'm not mistaken, she's is a Sony on on a tripod. And like when she's out with her friends, she sets it on the table and videos, and she don't care. She's just and she makes big money, okay, on YouTube. So, you know, if you make that kind of money, who cares, knows what you're doing, you know, that's her living. But anyway, I wanted something small, something kind of inconspicuous and all of that stuff. And you can buy all kinds of accessories for this. And if you go watch a lot of the videos just to see if it's what you want, then you will see all the accessories and what to do with it and the little wind breakers. And I don't want all that. I don't need it. I have a windbreaker that I can, and there's a place on the side that you can install your own mic. Okay. You don't need a mic for this because there are two mics, as you can tell. 1, 2. There are two mics on this camera. Okay. And when I replayed back or edited the videos that I did on this, you could hear me just fine. Even in the car when I had it, you could hear me just fine. When I had it sitting down at the pharmacy and I was talking, you guys could hear me just fine. I mean, 2 mics is really all you need. But now if you're out in the wind and the wind's blowing, you can buy these little things you put on here, and then the windbreakers they're magnets. They'll go on there and you can use them, or you can have your own mic because there's a place on the side that you can plug in for your own mic. So there's that. And I have the mic for this one because, again, it wasn't on the camera when Fidget decided to throw it in the trash can. So anywho, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope if you're looking for a camera and you want something simple and easy, this would be it. This would be it. I don't know what else to tell you except that it's easy, it's simple, it's fun. It's everything. This camera, I will honestly say, is everything. It's everything and more. Okay. It is everything to me. All right. That's going to be the end of this vlog. This vlog. I've been talking about vlogs so much. I'm like, the end of it. Hope you enjoyed this. A lot of you said, yes, you do want to see more about my camera. Sometimes I will, and I do my videos back here. I do hauls on it. Now, I think they said, okay, 4K. You can, this camera has 4K on it, okay? So you can vlog on 4K. I don't. It's set on 1080. And the reason being, if it's on 4K, you can only, I think they said on all the videos that I watched, you can only, I think, you can only record or do a video, camera will start getting hot. But if it's on 1080, then you don't have to worry about it. It's not going to get hot. Okay. So just remember that. If you're wanting like a 4K, then you better go back to something, you know. But again, it will vlog on 4K, but you can only get like 20 minutes of video out of it on 4K. But again, I have it on the 1080. So, and I think it's clear enough on the 1080, and that's what I've always even set my phone on, the 1080. So it's clear enough. It's not blurry. It's all good to go. Okay. It's all good in the hood. Okay. That's all I'm saying. It's all good in the hood. So anyway, all right, guys. So I think now I've covered it all. I've covered I think I've covered it all. So anyway, I love my camera. And, again, sometimes I do vlog with it back here. I am back here doing hauls with it. I haven't had any trouble out of it. It is a wide angle. It's more wide angle than the phone that I'm using right now. So I have to kind of situate it, over some and down some, and then try to get me in the camera as well, because back here, I don't really want the wide lens. Now outside or vlogging, wide lens is fine. In Walmart, it's fine. It's fine. But back here, I just use my phone, but I have used this one, and you probably can tell which one I was using when I used this one. So there's that. Okay, that is it, guys. That's it. That's all she wrote. I hope I covered most of it. If you have any more questions, please leave them down in the link below. My best thing to tell you is go watch the videos on the Canon Powershot V10. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. Canon Powershot V as in Victor 10. It is an awesome camera. Now, I think they said they're fixing to upgrade this camera a little bit more, and when they upgrade it, it may actually have battery in it. It may actually, you can, change out batteries in it. I don't know. I just I can't remember who it was I was watching. I think he worked for Canon or whatever. He was saying they were thinking about upgrading this camera. But for this camera is all I need. It's all I want. It fits in my purse, and I can just drop it down. I can just drop it down in my purse. Fits fine. Good to go. Good to take off. Whatever. And it has its own stand, so I don't need a tripod. It's everything I need. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I'll leave links down below. I'll try to even leave links maybe to eBay if I can think about it. Down below. And I am wearing my Temu shirt that I got, that I hauled. This so reminds me of bumblebees, don't it you? I don't know why. It does. I'm wearing my bumblebee shirt, and this is a little bralette. Like I said, I don't like, the bralette covers under here, and it covers the back. I'm not as naked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm 62. I don't want to show too much. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Remember, keep God in it, and you'll always win it. And let me just say, the next video after this one is going to be a get ready with me with this. Because why? Because this stuff is wonderful. That's why. Okay. So there's 2 videos you're fixing. If you're just finishing watching this one, and probably I try to skip a day and then put another one up. So the next one will be a get ready with me, and you'll see what I did with this. So anyway, keep God in it. You'll always win it. See you next time. Bye, guys.